Hey guys, J-Man here. Today we're doing some more Legion of Superheroes talk. This is episode 4 for the Legion of Superheroes. So we're doing these 3 Mondays out of the month. And the other Monday, I will be on Earth B with Clobberin Times talking about some Bob Haney stuff. So we'll let you know as it goes. So far, it's the second Monday of the month that will be Earth B. So it's easy to remember B, A, B second, right? So second Monday, we'll be doing the Earth B stuff on Clobby's channel. Every other Monday at this same time, we'll be doing Legion of Superheroes. So today we're covering Action Comics number 276 and Superman number 147. I'm just going to go real quickly through a couple of notes. There's no wrestling stream on Wednesday. The wrestling stream has been moved to Thursday. So Stephen and I will be talking about wrestling on Thursday. And on Friday, Sean and I are going to have a couple of special guests, and we're going to be talking about Transformers. And we are going to talk about Rise of the Beasts and just give our impressions of it, kind of go through the Michael Bay stuff, the Bumblebee movie, go through the designs of the designs don't look too bad, though a couple of them are kind of awful and a couple of them are pretty good. So we're going to go through all of that on Friday. Then on Saturday, on Gray Malkin's channel, and his link is in the description of this video, we're going to be on Gray Malkin's channel talking about Giant Size X-Men number 1. Maybe my favorite one-issue comic. So that'll be on Saturday. All right. So let's bring in our panel. Hey Sean.
Man.
All right. And then I don't have a specific one for Clobby, so I'm going to give him the Army of Darkness.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's Mr. Rock Pants to you, pal.
No, that'd be so funny if I had that.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to be here, buddy.
All right, it's good. It's good. So we are back again. I guess we can. Is there anything we just kind of get into it? So as usual, these older issues have multiple stories. So we're gonna just cover the Legion one. But I did read everything else just because it's like may as well read it. Sure. It's not like these issues are so difficult.
I do want to bring up one fly in the ointment here.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Going off of this thing.
Yeah.
They do include Superboy 89, which I don't know if that's the first appearance of Mon-El, but
it is the first Mon-El.
It is, yeah.
So when was that though? That shouldn't have been.
It takes place in between here. I thought
in between this, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's take a look.
I forgot whether we'd done that or not, but it does fly. It does fly in there.
Yeah, we could do it for next time or something, but in between this.
So which one? So what's the number, Sean? Sorry, what was
89.
it?
89.
Superboy 89.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I have that one myself, and I also have 98, the first Ultra Boy.
Yeah, and he's on the cover too. So
yeah, so Superboy 89 should be. So maybe we could probably do 3 next week, because like how long is that?
Should be easy enough.
Yeah. It's 2 stories, but like we could do it.
So let's take a look here. So right now we're about to do 276. So for next week, so we'll do 289 as the first one of next week. Sound good?
Okay.
Works for me, buddy.
Yep.
All right, so we'll say.
Yep. I mentioned that last week. I think I meant to ask you because my memory is really old, as you know, and fragile, and I wasn't sure if we talked about it or we actually did that one, but I knew it fell right in here somewhere.
And that one, and again, that one is not in this order on this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet,
it isn't. Well,
it's kind of wonky.
I have a spreadsheet that has it. It's weird. I got one. Where is it, sucker?
See, I think it's not on here because, and Sean, you can correct me. Is it just Mon-El or is it everybody?
Just Mon-El? That's why.
It's just Mon-El.
It's just that's why it's not on here, right? It's like
But I know, I have
a spreadsheet that says number 5 It's entry number 5, Superboy Volume 1, number 86. Maybe you and I have a difference. It's the Legion of Superheroes issues chronology spreadsheet thingy.
Well, Superboy, we did 86 already.
Oh, yeah, 86. That's Monel then, right?
No, Monel's 89, I think.
89. My memory. See? Yeah. Garbage memory.
Yeah, so right. We got So Sean, so that's a good catch, Sean. See, the thing is, I don't know. Well, I don't know what I don't know. It's like I'm going through a spreadsheet that says Legion of Superheroes, and they didn't count Monel.
Right, that was 86. Yeah,
because he's just Monel, right? It's not the Legion. Yeah. It's just him, so they didn't count that. So there might be weird ones like that. Like if somebody appeared in another comic solo minus the rest of the Legion, that might not be on here.
Yeah. So I'm just going to DC Fandom to see if they have an order list, because usually they do.
Well, they do. What they have on the database, the DC database, is on each entry. Yeah, it was 89. I don't know why I'm getting 86 confused. It will tell you on the Legion ones, of course. It will tell you the Legion of Superheroes last appeared in so and so, and will next appear in so and so, and it'll link to both of them. So that's why I've been doing it. In fact, it's weird. I'm looking at the one for 89 right now, so 89 right now, and then obviously it doesn't have that because it's not the whole Legion. So
right. So see that one didn't have it either.
Right. Yeah, but I have a spreadsheet that does somewhere just because it's the Legion chronology, and they're just trying to be fans and geeks and stuff. So
yeah. But they go a bit too like. It's like pre-0 hour, post-0 hour, pre-crisis, but a whole bunch of different continuities, and like, oh god, I have to sit down and figure it out.
Let me look at it again and see if it says, because like you said, that was 86, not 89 that I saw, and yet it does have. Let's see, does it have Superboy 98? Because that's the first boy. Yeah, it has 98. So
yep.
At number, it has 98,
and that's Ultra Boy, right?
Yeah, first Ultra Boy. I have that also.
But so maybe they mentioned the Legion in that issue.
They do.
Exactly. Okay, so see, that's okay. So Sean, you found a snag in our thing, because I would definitely say Monel is a Legionnaire. So obviously,
but he didn't
if
start
the
out that
Legion, right? If it didn't say that, then if they don't mention the Legion, it's not going to be on here. I'm pretty sure that this is only the beginning parts. Like once we get into the more regular appearances.
Oh yeah, like then it's because they're not really the Legion right now. I mean, they are, but they aren't, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Ultra Boy was created to be a part of the Legion, whereas Monel, I mean, he was just a story in Superboy.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, he even lived in Superboy's time, not in the future.
Right. So there you go.
As much as the coloring on this is crap, this is pretty good in that, like, they tried to fit as many Legion things as possible into this. So
what is that there? Oh yeah, that omnibus
one
cover?
of the trades.
Yeah, the Volume 1 Silver Age. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's fine. There's no harm, because really that story could take place anywhere. It doesn't ruin our chronology, right? It's like, who cares?
No, but I do love Monel
next time.
Yeah,
so, we'll just add it to next time. So that's fine. That's good. And actually it makes sense, because if it's within this time anyways, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me save that. And I'll always post these in advance so you guys can see what my notes say are next, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Roger.
All right. Okay. So Action Comics, still 10 cents. Nice.
Ooh, still 10 cents, folks.
Still
bargain.
10 cents. Still 10 cents. Wow. If that didn't tell you. How you like this? Holy shit. Boom.
Wow, they're proud of that one.
They're happy.
Good Lord, we're 10 cents. That can't be right?
No, I know, yeah. Look at how awesome this is. This is not the story we're covering, but just quickly, like, look, it's like there's 100 Supermans. You're like, what's going on?
Wayne Boring there.
This whole issue was awesome, by the way.
Did you read the whole thing? Because it's awesome. I actually thought it was really awesome.
For 10 cents, I mean, like, I don't know how much a quart of milk was back then, but like, this is pretty good too.
Well, and you know what? I gotta say that this character is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like he fakes his death, and on his deathbed he forces Clark Kent to say that he's Superman, and then he faked his death. What a bastard! So I was like really into this first issue. This first story, I was like, wow, this is really damn good. Anyway,
that's not even the story you're going to review.
That's not even the story I'm reviewing. I'm like, this is already great.
Yeah, Wayne boring art. I always like him.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I always found with Superman's a bit thicker. Like he's just a bit more a bit thicker. I think Kurt Swan kind of perfected it.
When he started out, he drew a lot fairly similarly to Wayne Boring, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but he made him a bit. I don't know. It feels like a bit more. I don't know.
No,
it feels a little bit better.
He looks like the Atlas, like muscle building ads in comics. Yeah. It kind of looks like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, guys, if you want to see what happens in this issue, you can go and read it on one of these freebie sites. But Supergirl's in it. Lots of little Supermen are in it. I won't tell you where that's from.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff here.
Written again by Robert Bernstein, the guy who wrote a bunch of the Filmation Superman cartoons.
Oh cool. Look how awesome this is. This is super epic.
Yeah,
it's like an army of tiny Supermen fighting Supergirl.
Man, good time to be a 10-year-old reading Superman. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Still $4.99, I know. Well, Spawn is $2.99. That's the only comic that's $2.99. So really? Since 1992 or whenever Spawn came out, it's gone up $1. Every other comic has gone up like what, $3 or something stupid. This is crazy.
He offsets it with like toy money or something. I don't know.
And his covers and his interiors are never wavy. I just bought Superman Lost, and it's got waviness. I'm like, really? I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like it's like a $5 comic. Anyway.
Point of interest about this, since we're going so far back in time about comics, that I always just a little aside, if you will indulge me, on the letters page there. People always talk. I've even said it before. Comics were only just for superheroes, were always for little boys. Well, Supergirl was fairly popular. They have little girls writing. In this letters page, they got a lot of girls writing. But the most interesting letter in this one to me was written by a lady who was angry at a joke they made in a previous issue. She says, I wonder, but dear editor, I wonder if Mr. Dean Norman, the 73-year-old Kansas City reader, knew you were poking fun at him when you said he was too old to read comics. My 10-year-old son did not like your answer, so he showed it to me. I didn't like it either, so I am writing to you. Superman in big letters.
Wow.
It's usually a good, clean comic. But respect for old age is not out of date. There are plenty of admirable old men, Bernard Baruch, Eisenhower, Carl Sandburg, etc. These people will never be old, no matter how long they live. Please remember that the minds of many American children are in your hands. Mrs. B.F. Terry, Louisville, Kentucky. What about that?
How you like them apples?
A mother taking interest in what her child, imbibes, and writing to DC Comics, and they apologize. We see now that what we meant is a mild jest. Yeah, make an excuse. That's always an excuse, a joke.
Yeah, we apologize.
Really backfired. Imagine when they were actually, people would get out, not outraged, but concerned about something that's being taught to their children from their comments.
Yeah, really.
If we offended anyone, particularly Mr. Norman, we apologize. Indeed, many grandfathers write us and tell us that they read our stories aloud to their grandchildren. Will we be making amends if we tell you now that one of ours, trust them to try to sell them something,
right?
Be featured in our next Giant Superman annual in all caps. Will be the next in which the Man of Steel ages overnight into a 70-year-old with a long white beard and becomes the old man of Metropolis? Ed, meaning editor, of course. So I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to
awesome.
I don't know, civic-minded DC maybe? I don't know.
I wonder what Miss what's her name, BF. I wonder what she would have thought of Man of Steel. She'd be like, "What is this?"
Oh man,
she's upset that they made a joke about an old person. It's like,
yeah.
Look at all the letters though; they're all by women. They're all female because Supergirl, and this is Action Comics, right? But
this is
Supergirl.
Myra, Judy,
Marion, Judy,
Marion,
Carol.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
that's
Ronnie.
really cool, man.
Ronnie, there's Ronnie there.
I don't know if that could be.
When I look at old comics, I always like to go to the letters pages to see if there's names of guys who ended up writing or drawing comics, especially in the Bronze Age. But just there's so many of them. Anyway, let's get on. Sorry about to hold up.
Yeah, no worries. No, okay. So yeah. So this is Supergirl. We have two new, one old.
One with a mask.
One with a mask, as though none of us can't tell by the costume. Like, when she took off her face, when she took off the mask, she just looked like a girl. Like, that doesn't help me out. It's like I as a reader, I'm like, you're just a girl. Like, hi, Supergirl. We're your 3 Supergirl friends. Wow. It's like, okay, well, can I get to know you first? Like, what if you're all what if you're all trash? Like, maybe I don't want to be your friends. I don't know. I love gulp, gasp.
Yes.
Like, those are all my kind of gasp. I think gasp is my favorite. Choke.
Yeah, I like choke. Yeah. That's old.
You like choke? I like gasp. I'm gonna put okay. So next stream we can put our names: gasp, choke, gulp.
But this might be a record first appearances. I got Phantom Girl first appearance, Triple Girl first appearance, Shrinking Violet, Bouncing Boy, Brainiac,
there's
5,
a lot
and Sun
in here.
Boy.
Yeah, there's a lot in here.
They're really stacking it up in this one. Yeah.
So I would say this is probably the first time where we're getting more of a like, okay, now it feels like a legion. Like there seems to be a lot of people that they're being mentioned.
Yeah.
Here. All right. So I read this a few days ago. I mean, Supergirl. The gist of it is that Supergirl is sad that she can't really reveal her identity. I guess there was a thing, and I don't really know this, but I guess Superman had told Supergirl not to reveal herself.
For a long time.
Because they could use her as a secret weapon, according to her thoughts.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know when that happened. Or maybe in her first appearance, he's like, "Oh, you have to keep your secret safe." I guess I don't.
Yes.
That's still carried over into the pilot episode of the live action show too. That she was that she reveals herself in the beginning of that thing, and then Superman's like, "Okay, I guess it's always been a trope of Supergirl." So
yeah. And eventually they kind of started ignoring it a little bit in the late 60s and into the 70s, and she was just there. Everybody knew who she was.
Yeah, like I mean, if she was going to not be a super person, then she's wearing the S in the cape, so you could have just worn something completely different, and then nobody would know that you're Superman. But whatever.
All right. Dialogue here with the ladies. I mean, oh boy.
oh yeah, this is pretty rough.
Oh man.
This is Frankie Hudson's show. Sigh. Oh, he's my favorite. He's her favorite. That's Janice. Oh, I got Frankie's answer to my fan letter today, written in his own personal handwriting. I'll treasure it forever, Elaine. I'll even guard it with my life.
I love how she thought to herself, chuckle.
Yeah, I know.
I'm impressed that they have like such clear color television back then.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my God. Oh, Sean. Oh, that is wow. That was a good one, Sean.
That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, Jesus, that's a clear resolution. Like
this is the early 70s. There weren't there were some color shows, but not a lot. I mean, I'm 60. Sorry.
I'm 60.
I got to give you something for that. That was good. I'm going to give you the. I'll give you the Superman salute for that one. That was a good one. That was great. Yeah, it's like, look at this beautiful color TV. It's like, what? Isn't this an orphanage or whatever? She's
right. This is what year is that? This year is when this comic came out was 1961.
61.
Other than the Superman Adventures of Superman TV show, I'm hard pressed to think of too many color shows at that point, like Bonanza and not even Gunsmoke at that point.
Right.
Bonanza was always in color, but so there were some, but not a lot of color shows. But anyway, this guy, Frankie Hudson, apparently had one.
He's got one.
Jackie Gleason didn't have one, but this guy did. Okay.
That's right. I saw that on a rerun. What's a rerun?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so it's like, and Elaine is upset too, whatever. Okay. Oh, Janice, guess what my boyfriend Clarence told me today? The creep. So anyway, so we didn't get to hear. I want to know what's this guy saying about Elaine? Anyway.
Yeah.
So, they're so lucky. They can do girl talk and I can't, and blah blah. So here's where we get the I promise Superman. I keep my existence on Earth a secret so I can be his emergency weapon.
But that kind of has nothing to do with having friends. Like that's the weird thing about this. It's like, it's like having a boyfriend or girlfriend and girlfriends and stuff has nothing to do with revealing your Supergirl.
Not
but
at all. Yeah.
As Supergirl, she'll get all these things in this story.
Oh man, she will, Sean. That's a spoiler trigger. Trigger warning, spoiler warning.
For like a 80-year-old story, but
yeah, and I'm sorry, I was remiss. This story is written by Jerry Siegel, Superman writer, creator.
Oh, cool.
And of course, pencilers, Jim Mooney on the art, editor, the infamous Mort Weisinger. Sorry about that. I should have always mean to do that.
This is the most coherent Jerry Siegel story in a few issues.
Yeah, sort
he's
of.
Awesome, but like he's really imaginative. So, and it really shows here.
He's not as crazy as Otto. I love Otto Binder, but man, some of the stuff we've seen, they've been kind of so far. It's been those two guys that they've been on. I don't know, rotating, but tonight I think tonight's all Siegel.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So she's crying. Oh, I wish I could have somebody. Blah blah. It's like, you are wrong, Supergirl. Whoa, a telepathic voice. Okay, so you do have a girlfriend. Meet me in the field near Cranston Creek. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm your girlfriend now, Nancy.
I want to play a game.
All right, robot. I got a robot. What a great idea.
Oh, I love the robots.
Robot. Yeah.
They're always ready to go
on the screen too. Where it's like, when it's got a hinge and everything.
Yeah, I would 100. If I was doing Superman Legacy, I would 100% have the robot show. Why not?
Oh, yeah, the robot, the giant yellow key, all of that.
Yeah,
all of it. All
just have fun stuff. Yeah.
Just have it. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. So then she transforms into Supergirl, and then leaves lets the robot take care of her stuff.
They like to hide the rockets now because they're trying to make them. They don't look this. They don't have flight rings yet, and they want to be able. The rockets are relatively less conspicuous than they were earlier.
Yeah.
Like it'd be burning her. She'd be burning her butt off.
Yeah.
So she's wearing a lead mask. This is the same thing as they won't tell their identity. They're being all coy and being all fun. They've done that. I'm reading this. I'm like, didn't this already happen with Supergirl? And then I'm like, it already happened with Superboy. It literally is the same thing every time with the Legion. It's like, oh gosh, who are they now? And it's not even a new Legionnaire. It's like, who am I? It's like, who are you? Well, Supergirl, you know her costume from before. She's the same. Like, anyway, she doesn't have the slightest idea. I don't know if Supergirl's a secret weapon. Like,
she has to tell you, by the way. I haven't the slightest idea who you are. Please tell me.
Please tell me.
Even though you're flying, you have blonde hair, and you were able to speak to me through my mind, but I don't know who you are.
And you have a Saturn. You have a Saturn thing on your chest.
Thingy on your
gasp! Woo! Gasp!
By the way, I voted for Saturn Girl, but I do love Phantom Girl.
Right. Oh, who'd you vote for? Oh, yeah, we got 3 votes. It's 100% Saturn Girl so far.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to say, I'm kind of disappointed that it's just Saturn Girl because I like this design of this weird, creepy mask. It could have been somebody else. That would have been cool.
It almost reminds me of, without spoiling anything for you guys, Censor Girl in a sense, the unknown Legionnaire. There was in the Baxter series after Crisis, a girl appeared up called Censor Girl that we all for a year and a half, they made fans guess who she was, and they let everybody not know. And we all had our guesses, and fans got together. It was a big mystery, with a cool reveal. But yeah.
Oh, I'm looking her up right now. She looks pretty cool. Yes, I've seen
some
this.
of us thought it was Supergirl. I'll just say that. And maybe it was, and maybe it wasn't.
Oh, I read
I was shocked. I was shocked when we found out it was.
There was one where it was Supergirl in a costume in a Legion story that I read because I just been reading them. However, like I started with Superboy and the Legion, and there was one. It was like Supergirl was in costume, and everyone. It was like nobody knew who they were. It was I think it was it Supergirl and Superboy? I can't remember, but something like that. And they were in costume, and when I really didn't know who it was, like it was like an obvious. A full costume where you really couldn't tell who it was.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll get to that one for sure. Okay, gasp! Who are you? I'm your second Supergirl friend. And now look behind you once more for another astounding surprise. What? Oh my God!
There's 3 of them.
Gasp!
No, there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! Supergirl's like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. They can form the Spice Girls. There's enough.
Yep. Introducing Lorna Durgo, Triplicate Girl.
Yeah, so there's still 3 of them at this point. She's not duo damsel yet.
No, I won't spoil her how that happens.
Yeah, I actually don't know because I've already I'm reading. Cool. She's already dual damsel. When Bouncing Boy marries her, she's duo damsel, right? Yes, that's right. So I have not seen how that happened yet.
For a long time. Triplicate Girl had a crush on Superboy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Supergirl. I was like, ooh, that's intriguing.
No, actually something in the 70s, not that character, but it did happen along those lines that were only implied because it was the 70s. You couldn't get around it.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got a lot of so now we've got the first appearance. Phantom Girl, first appearance, Triplicate Girl. There's going to be more coming up in a moment. So here we go. The big reveal. Saturn Girl, a member of the Legion of Superheroes from the 30th century, and you're highly skilled at super thought casting. I guess super thought casting.
Yeah.
All right. I guess, yeah, sure. And I'm Triplicate Girl. Okay, there you go. So now she's like, members of the Legion of Superheroes monitor both the past and the future on their time scanner machine, which, if we recall last time, we realized that that's not a very good, it's not a very trustworthy technology because it doesn't see everything. Anyway, Superman joined that club years ago when he was Superboy. I'm sure he won't mind me having these girls for girlfriends. So that's cool. Like she wants some girls for girlfriends, and boom, here you go. You got a bunch now.
Of course.
I don't know what they're going to talk about, being that they're from the 30th century. They probably don't have a lot in common.
No, not at all. Unless he goes and stays there.
Yeah,
hey, remember the time I chopped a piece off of the planet?
Yeah. That's
and
that.
And show it to you.
Yeah.
They're like, you're too old. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Here's a recap. So it's like
slice
you can
it
tell
right
it's
off
like
there.
You know when they do these little bubbly.
And sliced up. Well, look where it was us too. It was like in America, in Canada, and North America.
Oh, we got nailed.
It's right through Toronto, man.
We got nailed.
Oh wow!
Damn,
Supergirl, watch it.
Supergirl, man. I used to like Supergirl. Now she's just I don't know.
How big that chunk is too. She like annihilated it, man.
It's like the crystalline entity from Star Trek.
Just wiped it out. Fly off.
God damn.
Wow.
They're not messing around here.
I never liked this whole thing of she's too old. They know that the kryptonite wears off. They're not
right.
It's like, you're too old, you can't join now.
I love you, Jerry, but Jesus, dude. And actually, I can't remember if that other one was an Otto or a Jerry story now, but wow, it was not good.
Yeah.
It's all, I think, Club, you said this, it's all shock tactics. Like,
everything's
like, oh no, we can't do this now. It's like, okay, well, why? Yeah. I've been reading the old Superboys, as you know. I'm going to post do a couple more streams on that. And
yes.
And I'm like, these are insane. Like, there's just ones where it's like, okay, everything is shocked. Like, Superboy's a traitor. Like, oh my god. And it's like, well, no, he's not.
Superboy.
It's like, it's like Superboy loses his powers. It's like, no, he didn't. It's like everything.
Can you imagine that today? The horrible thing Superboy would be. I mean, it was like if there was some writing it that way, like Mort Weisinger edited comics.
Oh yeah, Superboy's a drug dealer.
He's he's some kind of horrible stuff.
Yeah, he's a
kidnapper. I can't remember if that kind of thing was in the TV series. I don't think so. Like in the live action series, it's like all of a sudden he's a bad guy, and like but then
once in a while they do it in all comics. Like the rogue hero gets something taken over or something, but goes bad. Yeah. But it was every week, and
Superboy's every issue's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going back. So for people who missed last stream or whatever, they like she couldn't get accepted because the red kryptonite affected her and aged her, which then wore off in like an hour. So the Legion of Superheroes couldn't stand around for 1 hour. They could have watched an episode,
and they knew that.
Yeah, they could have watched like 2 or 3 Seinfeld episodes, and it would have been okay to.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no, you're out. All right, so. Fortunately, I returned to my normal age soon after. Hint, hint, you could have waited. Well, shall I fly to the future through the time barrier under my own power? I love that they can do anything. It's like, yeah, I'll just fly there. It's like, okay, like,
sure.
I mean, they don't have to wrap around the sun or do that slingshotting Star Trek thingy that they do. They don't do any of that stuff. They're just in there.
Yeah.
So they go back into this bubble thing, and then they do this again. I do like this where it shows. I think the best one was the first one we reviewed. I don't remember which where they first went back in the first appearance.
Yeah, 247.
Yeah, I thought that was the best visualization of this.
Yeah,
going back or going to the future. So they're in the future again. Yeah, here we go. The Legion, the Superheroes Club. It still doesn't say. It says Legion's Clubhouse. It doesn't say Legion Superheroes
for some reason.
So
Fortress Lab.
So we've got Cosmic Boy and Lightning Lad. So we know them already. So here you go. Here's some more people now. Now this is now. Would you say this is Brainiac?
Yes, because because we're going to meet him, right?
So. Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that is Brainiac. Sorry, I didn't.
They color him properly in this.
They color him properly this
also
time.
His first appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
His first appearance here, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we've got. Now they're not Legionnaires yet, though, right? Like right here,
trying out.
They're trying out. Right?
Yes, they're trying out. I guess. So she says he's mighty tough. She got Supergirl have changed the rules. So yeah, I guess they're just now applying or whatever. Bouncing Boy and.
Yeah, so there used to be one. Now they can accept one male and one female. So affirmative action has come to the Legion.
Yes.
They've got the first appearance of affirmative action in a comic. We now can take one female.
Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, way into the 30th century, they're like, well, we can now accept a man and a woman.
Finally, yes.
Finally, we can.
Women have made it.
Yes. No, but you know what? This comic is still old, so screw it. It's like they're like it's like we need to take one woman and one girl and one boy because they can't take you over if you're over 18.
If you're older, even though the next story will beg to differ, but whatever.
And then the other thing too is that what if you're like 16? What's the point? Like it's like you're going to be in the Legion for 2 years and you're kicked out. Like
yeah,
pretty much.
All right, so we've got Shrinking Violet. Now, if we Bouncing Boy and Sun Boy. Now, hold on. Now, I'm so happy that they gave us their power descriptions because by their name, I wouldn't have been able to figure out what their powers are. Now, Shrinking Violet, what is it that you do again? You can shoot lasers. You shrink. Oh, I get it.
I shrink violets. I can take a violet, which is a flower, right? And I can make it smaller. No, that's not it. I'm from the planet Imsk, and everyone on my planet can shrink.
Right, they're ageist though. Yeah, so they're totally open to they're for equality, but they're ageist.
Yes. By the way, I like that's true. I always prefer. One of my favorite things about the Legion is the heroes that just their powers were hereditary, like Triple Good Girl or Shrinking Violet. Don't get me wrong, Sun Boy and Bouncing Boy got their power. They were just humans that got powers to do what silly, in relatively silly ways. They're not the silliest, but shrinking violet. That's hereditary power for people of her planet. Same with Triplicate Girl. Although how her clothes triplicate with her, I don't know. But it's technology. Yeah, so I always like that. Just and Cosmic Boy, same deal.
Yeah, so like Cosmic Boy, everyone can do it, right? Like all of his
Brawl.
Like, everyone.
At least later in when they started, fine tuning his origin. Right here, we don't know what the hell it is.
Well, the villains are coming up, right? So the super villains are coming out. I think they say it there because the brother and all that, right?
Yeah, but Cosmic what's his face King is not Cosmic Boy's brother. He's different. I mean, I don't know why it's called Cosmic King, but anyway, the other ones are related. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. Oh no, I mean Lightning Lad or whatever. Lightning Lad has a brother, doesn't he?
Yes, and they got their powers in a dumb way too.
They got their powers in a weird way too. Yeah. All right. Okay, so then we got Brainiac. So here's the oh shit, this is good art here. She's just like, God damn, not Brainiac.
It's a weird turn right here. Because all of a sudden we're going from it's all Supergirl with her girlfriends and stuff. Now, it's pretty interesting. She makes Brainiac 5, one of my favorite Legionnaires as well, and he has to convince her that he's not his ancestor. And then, I'll let you go ahead a little bit because it's.
Well, he goes through the little bit of the history here, but this is cool because up until let's say up till here, it was the same typical silly. Oh yeah, it's the three of them. They're hiding their faces or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they get here, and this always happens in every appearance so far. This going into the time stream or whatever, then landing. Oh my God, look, it's the city. Oh, here's the clubhouse. This is the same 4 panels every time. And then this is usually the same, but now it's like, oh shit, you're like, whoa, Brainiac. He's like the great grandson of the space villain who is Superman's foulest foe. He's blue here and he's green.
I always thought this is the most interesting idea. Like as a kid, I was like, oh, and I like that he's not the 5th, he's like Brainiac 5, so he's the 5th iteration. And it's like here they kind of imply he's a like a kind of a grandson. But I always thought it was like another Brainiac. This time it's a good one, right?
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Like I was gonna say, like Wei Yun, like Wei Yun in Deep Space Nine. Wei Yun, I think 7's the good one, or is it? I can't remember the number. Wei Yun 7 is the good Wei Yun or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe Brainiac had kids, but but
who's the mom?
His only friend is Coco right there. This little weird space monkey.
Yeah. So this is okay. So was this from another issue?
What?
I guess Sean or Clubby, or is this like for Brainiac himself? Like I don't know. Like this is going back and saying, okay, it was my ancestor, right? So this is Brainiac that we know. Yeah. He stole cities from various worlds and he shrank them inside bottles. Okay, so we know about Kandor, and that was already shown in within this issue. Actually, there's those little Supermen were from Kandor. Yeah. So I don't know when Brainiac first appeared or what they said he was at that time. Like, is it this? Is it what they're saying here? Like he just went around collecting worlds, or because I remember the animated series said he was the Kryptonian computer, which I thought was
that was the animated series. I hated that. I don't know when the Clobberin thing came about either. Because I remember that was post-crisis though.
It was very early. Very post-crisis. He was on like 1958 or 9 or somewhere up in there. And he was Kowloon, and he went around. Pretty much. Yeah, that's what he's saying right there is the origin. As far as his fate that he's talking about here, that's different.
That's a whole other thing. Superman commits murder in this story.
Yes, he murders. And they say, "Oh yeah, by the way, Superman kills him."
Right.
Jerry Siegel. Yeah, well, Jerry Siegel wrote the Golden Age Superman who just went around killing people. So.
Well, I think all the cities are in that thing too. No. Like anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
And that monkey and everything, they're all in that ship. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, and if they'd have made it a little bit more like it was an accident or something. And again, also he's like putting a cap on the end of Brainiac, which is kind of weird. I mean, as if Jerry Siegel said, "I don't care if anyone wants to use this character again." And by the way, they ignored it anyway. They bring him back.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no.
They were trying to say that's the final battle between the two of them, and I don't know. Maybe Brainiac 5 is wrong. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. So this is now talking about this is what we're talking about here. It's like. So okay, in the end of this is the original Brainiac. This is Brainiac 5 talking about the original Brainiac that we know.
I love that Supergirl's like all in. It's like, what? Tell me now. You know, it's like, okay, tell me about it. Yeah,
tell me.
It's
like how he died.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
If you attack Earth, you'll be destroyed. You little green.
He threatens them.
Yeah, this is awesome.
With an asteroid.
Superman's not. Listen. I know. Look, Superman's not messing around. Okay, we can't like I don't want the bullshit Superman. I want the not messing around Superman. He'll like throw your car and. This is the Zack Snyder. Well, this isn't Zack Snyder Superman, but it's like, all right. He sighted me in space. It's like, look, he split open a meteor.
Yeah.
What the hell? And he's burned a warning message with his X-ray vision.
He didn't have any paper.
Yeah, he couldn't have flown up and said, "Hey, can you not invade?" Like,
yeah.
So, anyways, disregarding the warning. Okay, sure. Brainiac tried to shrink Earth. It's like, okay. Superman turned the flying saucer so its ray missed Earth. Then he super swiftly flung the saucer into the path of its own ray. The ship is rapidly dwindling down. Then it dropped out of existence, reduced in size. So basically there was like a shrinking ray that they were gonna so he's trying to shrink the whole Earth.
Yeah. And
then Superman threw the ship into it. So it's basically like he went to the quantum realm. Think of that. It's like he got he basically got quantum realms or whatever. So into nothingness. They're like, and she's like, okay, how's that possible?
Yeah, but for no reason, it's like then they have to backtrack their own story. Like you're making up this story as you're writing it, right? Then they have to like make this panel where it's like, but how did this other thing happen? And then Superman's like, oh, like I saw the monkey
right.
button there. I don't know.
You got me. Poor old Coco.
Yeah.
Not his fault.
Yeah. Anyways, now that Brainiac has been dispatched, let's look at Bouncing Boy and Sun Boy.
And who can bounce? By the way, I want to make that clear. Yeah. The Bouncing Boy can bounce, and he can like blow up like a balloon and bounce.
Yeah.
Chuck Kane.
I mean, what Bouncing Boy, man? I like him, and I guess he's the chubby representation or whatever. But like, dude, like,
he didn't have any.
Yeah, like, dude, help me out, man, with this power. Like, what's this guy like? I don't know.
Him and Speedball should like team up, like across the.
There's a reason why he ended up teaching the subs.
Yeah.
In the academy and stuff after a while. I like Chuck Kane though. I think he's a cool dude, and at least a lot of people. I got a buddy of mine whose favorite Legionnaire is Sun Boy for some reason. He's a hothead, and I like him, but he just got Dr. Regulus. He was working for me. It was an accident how he gets his powers, but I like Dirk Morgna. I mean, you got to have some human. Well, he and Chuck are humans, but
yeah.
Well, so people say I'm quite bright. That's why I'm called Sun Boy. Oh, you got me with that one. That was a good one.
Oh, you got the jokes, man.
All right, so Supergirl goes back to her digging.
You notice that? Sun Boy didn't get to do anything but make a dumb joke.
Yeah. Like, it's like, okay, Brainiac already, if he's part of Brainiac, then we know Brainiac is solid. Like, that's a solid Legionnaire that you want. It's like Bouncing Boy, like, Sun Boy, okay, you kind of glow, like, all right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like to me Brainiac is the one I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Brainiac. Like, it seems like but I don't know. He hasn't really done anything. He just talked about how evil his great grandfather was. But and then Supergirl has to do her spinning.
So she's gonna go to prove herself. She's gonna do something that we've seen her already slice off a chunk of the planet. Or we're kidding. We know that we're just showing how she drilled through it. But they're gonna send her. She's just gonna go unearth some artifacts that nobody's found, obviously.
Right. I don't even understand like what's happening.
What's the big deal about that? But
yeah, here's like a random sword. It's like, okay, well, we don't need swords in the 30th century or whatever.
And a helmet, I guess.
And a helmet.
Are you saying, J-Man, you don't yield? You don't yield to Excalibur?
Oh yeah, no, I know. I know.
Excalibur, so yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, I do yield. I'll yield to the sword of power.
It's richer than Lionhearted Shield. Oh, wow.
So I yield to the sword. But what will you yield? That was the question they asked back. Listen, buddy, what are you gonna do?
What was it doing down there? I mean, how was Excalibur down there?
Yeah, how did she know where to go? Like,
oh my god! I guess,
God.
But man, nobody. I don't know. Okay, sure, whatever.
Killing his helmet.
And here's Brainiac 5. I can scare me some slick points with the hot. Hot blonde by making her a kryptonite repellent belt.
Now, you see, Brainiac, that's game.
Yes,
Brainiac's that's hardcore game right there.
The chicks like that.
Shit.
They like the smarty guys.
Like, she loves this thing too.
She does.
Like, she's all over it, man. She goes back. She's like, "Oh, look what I got!" Yeah,
kryptonite can't hurt me.
Yeah, Brainiac's in. He's in like Flynn. Then
he stands there for some reason. Everybody else like, I'm getting out of you.
Yeah, and I love how there's like this green kryptonite meteor. Like, whoa.
Yeah, where'd that come from? No sooner does the belt snap about the girl of steel's waist, then a green kryptonite meteor is flashing downward. Straight. Well, yeah, just they don't say anything. They make you think it just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, like it's like, okay.
Why?
And then boom.
In 1,000 years into the future, you think that there would be sort of satellite defense systems around the Earth that wouldn't let.
Where's that time
meteorites
that time
out.
Machine thing, that time viewer that you have? Like, didn't it?
They would keep meteorites out easily. But you coming up on my favorite part here, though.
All right, so instantly she acts. I get it. The belt's force shield is protecting me. I'm immune to kryptonite radiations. There, I've destroyed the meteor before it could crush Brainiac 5. Then, Brainiac 5.
Have a jalopy sitting here for some reason. The Batmobile or what? What in the hell is this? Why do they have a car with wheels?
That's like the Sam Raimi Oldsmobile that's in every one of his movies or whatever. It's like,
why in the third? Why I don't know. Why do the Legionnaires have an old? I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Why does he have this car? Where are their jetpacks?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, okay, so he's like, "Well, you saved my life."
The country.
They drew a fin on it. It's like, oh, that's future enough, man.
That's future enough. Maybe it's an old Batman, like one of old Batman's old.
It's the reverse Batman. It's like going the wrong way. Like it's not aerodynamic. Don't you know aerodynamics, Cosmic Boy? You dumbass! Like,
what is he thinking? Like this? They have cars in the 30th century, I guess. Yeah, like, flying cars. Come on.
All right. So
anyway, there you go.
Brainiac, you saved my life by loaning me your force shield belt. That was nice of him. Why'd you do it? He's like, hello, Supergirl. Come on.
You're hot.
Because well, why do you think? I calculated that you are the hottest superheroes.
The grammar error was corrected in the collection, but
what are you looking at, Sean? I'm not.
Why did you it?
Oh. Why did you do it? Yeah,
they corrected it.
But they put the it at the bottom of it. Well, you can't really see, but they put they squeeze the it down and put do.
Oh,
anyway, they corrected it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
wow.
So I'm gonna enter in my day job, so I just caught that.
No, I hear you. I looked at that 5 times. I didn't even see it missing the do.
Wow. Yeah, I never. All right, so I'm no villain. So I'll gladly sacrifice my life to save yours anytime. So there you go.
Baby, I just saved your life.
He's sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, he's sweet. She's in.
Yeah.
Now look, she's standing with her arm here and accentuating things. Like all of a sudden her stance is different. Like here she was standing all normal.
Yeah.
Now it's like pose. It's like, oh, really, Brainiac? Wow. You know, and all of a sudden it's like standing up, and it's like, you know, what happened here?
Keep it always.
Yeah.
I quickly adjusted the controls to your vibration. What are you trying to say? No, I didn't mean it that way. Right.
Vibrational rate.
For you. What are you trying to say, you pivot?
Brainiac. All right, so so shortly at a colorful ceremony, plaques are presented, sure, blah blah blah. You're chosen Supergirl because of the trophies. Your unique super treasure hunt brought back. It wasn't just a regular treasure hunt; it was a super treasure hunt.
Well, they're all super something, yeah.
They're all super something. And Brainiac 5 was selected. Nice for his courage.
Hey, look, so that's a truck. Wow.
Well, it's a truck, and also these weird robot lizard horses. It's
But on the other hand, look, they've got this little futuristic spaceship thingy and robot horses, like you said.
This is cool.
What do they need the damn truck for?
Yeah, but this is brutal. Oh, the fin is the right way. It was.
Yeah. It goes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is cool though. But like, look at all these cool things. Where's this?
Cool. Yeah. I'm not sure what the hey Jobber, what's up, buddy? I'm not sure what the robot horses are for, but
at least that sled says Legion of Superheroes, not like Club or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so indeed, Kal-El, by the way, and Steven.
So yeah, I guess the others didn't make it. So Bouncing Boy's out. Sun Boy's out.
Guess not. They'll be back.
They'll be back, but they didn't make it in here.
Well, only one girl and one boy.
So yay, bravo, Brainiac 5, hooray for the Legion of Superheroes, yay.
Yeah, I think a lot more girls were reading Supergirl than anything else is why they did that kind of.
Yeah. So he's saying, hey, stop, be my girl. Please remain and be my girl.
Yeah.
Come on.
Confident.
Yeah,
go for it, man.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, Brainiac 5, I must return to my own time era to be Superman's emergency weapon.
You're icky.
It's like, well, you technically could go back at the same moment you left, so you could stay for a while and then go back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, yeah. She can fly through it back and forth through time with ease. So
Right.
I'll be back in for you. It'll be a couple of minutes, Brainy. For me, a couple of weeks.
Yep. So she goes back and she's like, oh, Brainiac 5 is as nice as his ancestor was menacing. How astonishing that the great blah, 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 grandson of Superman's worst enemy would like me. It's like, well, there you go.
But we have a couple of other extra pages to deal with here.
Oh, yeah. You thought that was over, guys. Everyone's like, oh, that's it. It goes back.
I was going to say, like, do you think this was originally a 3-part thing they had to just make into one story? Because there are 3 sections, clearly.
It could be.
Yeah.
But they realized you didn't have to pad it out much, which was good.
Yeah.
And I like this belt.
She goes to visit Lori Lamaris all of a sudden.
Yeah, I love
so random.
They go from the Legion to Laura to Atlantis.
Yeah, so basically, I did find this weird because it's like, okay, I'm home and I've got my belt. You're like, okay, so now I'm mightier than Superman. It's like, oh.
But they have to write out the belt somehow, so it takes 2 pages to do that.
Yeah, because the belt's too good. It's like she's OP now.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's like I wonder if it's still good. I guess like what? Okay. I'll mentally ask for Lori the mermaid's help. It's like okay, to test it. Sure. It's so random. Like okay.
Yeah. I'm having some fun.
Yeah. Let's do it.
But she says like Superman had taken like some kryptonite, put it in a chest, and threw it into the ocean.
For some reason.
And I'm saying that because in the next story that happens again, it's like Superman just uses the ocean as his like junk pile.
God, I'm happy with him.
Frick's sake, man. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so I'll go down there. Yeah, so she's trying to test the belt pretty much.
Yeah.
Right, to make sure it's still good.
Right.
All right, so, I guess, like, my mental thoughts. Okay, so I guess she can read the thoughts, right? So Supergirl, like, does Lori just stand there and read everyone's thoughts all the time?
Is that a framed picture, or is that, like, a view screen? Like in Lori Lamari's and Jarrow's house there.
Don't know.
It's so weird.
I guess it's Jarrow's picture because he loves her so much.
God.
Well, no, it can't be. If it's a view screen, it's a mistake because she doesn't have the belt on.
No, so it's Jarrow's picture of her, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's just like
that's messed up.
Well, he liked her also, though.
Yeah.
Huh?
He likes her too, doesn't
he? Yeah, he likes her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah,
he's got a big.
He's into Supergirl. I mean, you know what?
He's got a big poster.
He's
my background wallpaper right now is Melissa Benoist's Supergirl. So if he's allowed to have one, I can have one too. So here we go. I actually really like this belt for some reason. I actually really think this looks cool, and I wish you would have kept it because I like the Brainiac-y
design. Yeah,
it's kind of neat.
It's neat.
So anyways, she goes down and there's that chest that Sean was mentioning, and it's like these like random kryptonite things are just placed all around wherever. It's like, oh, okay, there's one here. Here goes. Maybe my force shield won't work. She's opening the lead chest. Jarrow, the box's lead walls protecting her from the kryptonite's radiations, but now, take care, Supergirl. It's like, wait a minute, everything's good here.
What's happening?
What the hell? Look, I'm carrying this around like nothing happened. And then she's like, okay, I'll permanently get rid of it. So why didn't Superman do this?
Well, Superman doesn't have the belt.
Like he could have put it in a lockbox and then thrown it out into space or whatever.
I don't know, man.
Like he put it in the bottom of the ocean. What a polluter.
Yeah, I know.
I think they should I think they should add a new power, super polluter, super pollution.
Yeah. Dang it, Superman.
Here's Crypto, who's just hanging. So, okay, look, they're just like, let's have Crypto in here, sure. There's no need for this at all.
Yeah.
You know, and for a second here, it looks like she looks like she's stepping on Earth and using it as a thing to move with.
Supergirl. Yeah.
It's Supergirl. Oh dear, since the meteor isn't hurting me, Crypto must think it's imitation kryptonite.
Imitation. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
What? Yelp. Oh, that's a new one. I don't think we have Yelp. Have we had Yelp before?
I think I've seen him Yelp before. Yelp, but I'm not. Yelp. I couldn't swear to it. It's familiar.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting out of here. That's real kryptonite. Damn it, Supergirl, you dumb. What the hell?
What are you trying to do to me, girl?
What are you trying to do here?
Damn humans. Yeah. Oh, Kryptonian humans.
Oh, poor Crypto. It's like, all right, well, whatever. All right, so now this is where it got like, okay. I'm like, what happened here? Okay, the possibility of Superman wondering is okay. So she's trying to dig it in to some sort of meteorite or something, right?
Right.
All right, and then back to Earth she speeds, but as she flies over a mine that is being blasted, so this is back. Like she's coming back to Earth, and someone blew up a mine. It's so weird because okay.
You might do something, man. It's like, yeah. So
that rock fragment pierced my force shield, so that's not a very good force shield, and shattered against my invulnerable body. Okay. Passage through the time barrier radically shortened the life of the force field. Okay, so she didn't go forward in time, she went backwards. So like I guess just any sort of manipulation of time aged it or what I don't know what happened there.
I know, but I'll admire the brevity because writing this belt out is that one panel.
Right.
Only one, and that's it. It's like in this one panel, a mine goes off just in that yellow narration.
Right.
Then she over-explains what just happened to her. It's like, oh, it went through the shield. The shield was shortened in life. And anyway, it doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Let's go.
and my cape is yellow now.
Yeah.
But
coloring problems.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, she's got 2 boyfriends now.
Yeah, look at that, man. Woohoo!
And some girlfriends are all in the future, but yeah.
Yeah. Haven't you?
Epic story. And that's one of the stories in this comic.
No, this was a great issue.
Yeah, no, it is.
Like legit.
Like you get all these new Legionnaires,
Yeah,
There's
no,
2 other stories on top of this. Like
they're all good.
Yeah,
it does make me long for the Edmund Hamilton days and some of the other days, because that's when they were actually the Legion when having their own stories instead of having to, always have something to do with Superboy or Supergirl or whatever. And they were having science fiction, fantasy, superhero type adventures that dealt with them. The soap opera stuff's always going to be part of the Legion. It always has been, like the relationships and the drama and all this and that and other stuff. And even, of course, very silly types of stories early on. But they were at least fighting villains and doing different things. In the whole issue, didn't rely on being back in Smallville back in the 20th century. I loved it when it starts getting more and more defining the characters, and we're not there yet, but still.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of what the Legion stories were early on. They were Superboy, Superman, Supergirl stories.
This one is a big jump because you've got a lot of people now. So you've got, I mean, we know that Bouncing Boy and those guys are going to become Legionnaires, but like there's a lot of new people in this one. So this really upped it. You're like, oh shit, now there's a bunch of guys. And the next one you get villains. So it's pretty epic. So now she's like, well, I can't tell them I've got 2 boyfriends. Whoa, Linda. Go, you go. This is she's like, hell yeah, I got 2. I got a green guy and I got this mermaid guy. She doesn't go for anybody normal. It's like,
no.
So there you go. And then I think that was the end. Yeah, that was the end. So that is it for Action 276. Let me get the next one queued up here.
Yep.
You're going to notice this cover looks very similar.
Yep.
Yes, a throwback. It's not even that far after yet. It's a throwback cover to Adventure.
Except, wait a minute.
257, 47 rather.
Yeah.
Weird. Huh?
So
this is
now
what a coincidence. It's 147. Oh.
There was a lot of coincidences, and the other day we had 2 same numbers, didn't we? Didn't we have? I think there was 2 numbers that were different comics, but same issue numbers.
Yes,
or something.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot exactly what they were now, but yeah, that is correct, sir.
All right, so now instead of Superboy so basically it's our it's this, but with Superman. And the Legion of Super Villains. She's awesome. Saturn Queen is awesome, man.
Yeah.
I like her hair, and she looks mean.
She is mean so far.
And then Life and Death, like, wow, that's harsh. It's like it's one or the other.
Wow, yeah, ain't messing around.
So we got Cosmic King, Lightning Lord, and Saturn Queen.
First appearance of all
these people. And Crypto battles Titano, which I actually read, and it was kind of funny.
Yep. True. We have a first story was a Great Mento story that was Robert Bernstein. It's called The Great Mento. That was Robert Bernstein, Al Plastino. The second one, Crypto battles Titano, Jerry Siegel and Al Plastino. And the story we're talking about tonight, folks, The Legion of Supervillains by Jerry Siegel and Kurt Swan, with inks by Sheldon Moldoff. So.
Can I just say that this Mento story was bloody awesome? I didn't guess it was
wicked. Yeah.
I didn't guess it was Perry White until 2 pages before they were. I was like, oh, I bet you it's Perry or something. I couldn't believe. I was like, this was really good. It really kept the mystery pretty good.
Yeah.
I must admit I read that one lately. When I was reading, I didn't go look at it much. I need to.
Oh, it's so good. This was cute.
Yeah, I like. It's crypto. I love crypto.
Right. So this is cute. Titano's cool. Yeah. Friggin' fighting. It's King Kong. We know who it is, right? So I'll stop pretending. But it's King Kong shooting kryptonite lasers. Like, how awesome is that?
Right.
That's a classic villain, though. It's cool to see like another story where he's fighting Crypto.
I think they may have done this one. Titano, they actually put him on the animated series, the Bruce Timm one. Yeah. But I think they may have. I don't know if they put him on the Filmation one or not. And who wants a Tootsie Roll? Yay! But yeah, you got also the first appearance, I should add, of the Adult Legion, quote unquote.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is Superman right now.
Yes,
Legion of
Superman
Supervillains. Now, this was hinted at
at the end of Superboy 86.
Yeah, with Lex Luthor saying if in the future there is a legion of superheroes, perhaps there's a legion of supervillains.
It's kind of why they tied it into this.
And then there's a narration box that says, like, don't miss the terrific story of the Legion of Supervillains coming soon. You're reading Superboy and you're like, oh, I guess it'll be in another Superboy comic. It's in
That's
Superman.
why they tied it in.
Yeah. They do explain it here quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here, like, I mean, I think Saturn Queen is badass. Like, I like this outfit. This guy's like whatever. These guys are just like they're all derivatives, but like she just seemed pretty cool. Okay, so Lex Luthor. So this is pretty good because we got a lot of villains in this one, and he's like, oh well, I'm gonna build this machine. So I guess the typical Luthor story is he builds some sort of contraption which like no one could really build, but he's super smart. And you know, that's his thing, right? Like this is way before the corporation, Luthor, Lex Corp, and all that other stuff, right? So
I love the shadows of the bars here, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so good.
This is awesome. All of these
great work by Kurt Swan and Shelley Moldoff.
Like, look at that, eh?
Great,
like,
Luthor, the jailbird Luthor, the mad scientist Luthor, my favorite.
Yeah. So he's able to concoct this device that can send a message out into the future. So he just sends a general distress call to the villains.
I know you hate this movie, Clobby. It always reminds me of Superman 2. It's like when he's in jail and he rigs a way to get out.
Yeah. This is a little even goofier than that, though, man.
Awesome.
I could just go. Yeah, I could just call people in the future.
Sure.
My cell phone. Just call people 1,000 years into the future. Although didn't they mention something here like it was the Legion of Supervillains for some reason they weren't in the 30th century at first, and they changed it later. I can't remember now. It was one story where they said that eventually they started out in the 21st century, but they made a mistake and they made them into 30 because they're from the 30th century. So
possibly.
Anyway, he could call the 30th century with no problem.
Right, and then they teleport him.
Radios, by the way.
Yeah. So they send him from the future. They send him some objects.
Yes.
So you got like this helmety thing, this kind of belt or whatever, and then you got.
So sorry, in Adventure Comics 247, they're from the 20th century. Like the first appearance.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, and then they go to 2500, which is
they're all over the place.
But now they're in the 30th century, or 31st century. So yeah. Anyway,
that's better.
30th.
Yeah,
1,000 years is the round number they go for. So anyway, he plays around with radio parts and can call the future, and these people answer. I guess they looked at the past and go, it's not a matter that history says you got your ass handed to you by Superman every time. We could use you.
Yeah. That's why that time viewer thing is not reliable technology.
Yeah, time viewer is not really.
I don't know, man. That's about as reliable as our weather network here. Like it says it feels like 12, and I go out and it's like, or it feels like 20, and I go out and it feels like minus. I'm like, this does not feel like what.
Yeah, feel like.
I love it.
I love
it. See, we are your friends from the 21st century who are aiding you. Not really the 21st, but
oops.
We'll just look past that.
Yeah, oops. Oh, there you go, Sean. It was on the next page.
Sean, did they correct that in that book you have? Did it still say 21st century?
Yep, the 21st century.
No.
You can't really
missed it.
But...
Yeah. No, I got you.
That's okay. They missed it. Missed it by that much.
Because how could Mech Rands, I know they don't have a name yet, but Lightning Lord be the Cosmic King is not related to Cosmic Boy. And what's her name is from the same planet, Saturn Queen, as Saturn Girl, they're calling her Saturn Woman in this. But Lightning Lord, and even this says I believe in this one he does say he's Lightning Man's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what confused. Yeah, that confused me. Not Cosmic Boy. It's the Lightning Lad has the brother, and he does have the. I've seen the brother before.
Then later they retconned it to have a sister too. So that was, and they retconned later. They will retcon it to where, people on Wynneth are born with all kids, always twins. They're always twins, right? But he was born an only child, which is kind of an outcast, meaning like Met Terran's Lightning Lord, and then their parents had two more kids. Garth and Ayla, who became, and all three of them went to that planet and got that dragon thingy that gave them their powers. And so, but that's changed right now. Not so much. They just, oops,
Well, we'll have to just ignore that. But Luthor flies away and he's like, enter Luthor. We're your friends from the 21st century who are aiding you. It's like, okay. Boom, here he comes. I like this guy here. Is this like a guy is this like a robot guy controlling stuff? That's pretty.
I guess so.
No, it's just a robot. Yeah.
Yeah, robot.
I like that, right?
He's like
There's just like a guy.
down.
Yeah.
The 21st century robot.
Yeah, I like that guy. Gasp! My wild gamble succeeded. You're the Legion of Super. Well, he doesn't know what they're called, but okay. You've traveled.
I guess he gave him the name. How does he know they're not? Yeah.
Yeah. Why does Cosmic Boy or Cosmic King have the helmet? Is that just part of his outfit, or does he need that?
I don't know, because he took it. I guess so. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think they say it.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Bubblehead thingy on for some reason.
So weird. His color scheme's different here. It's a red collar and everything. On I guess like they retconned it for the reprint comic, where it's like purple and blue, rather than the red and blue here. But yeah.
Well, this looks like purple. I think it's just scanned. Weird.
Yeah, scanned weird.
Back then, they didn't have very sophisticated color palettes.
Purple's actually purple. If you guys want to know a random thing, purple's the most expensive color because it contains a shade of red. I work in paper industry and stuff, so purple is the most expensive. Unless out of normal colors, like if you're metallic or something, but
which
like
is weird because it was the most used color of all villains, purple and or green. Almost
green
common
and
villains,
orange,
the most used ones.
Purple, it contains like a certain pigment of red, and it's really irritating. And that's why you get weird. It doesn't always come out looking correct. Like even with Hulk, like think of Hulk's pants. Like sometimes they're redder, they're a little bit too red, or they're getting into like a pink or a brown. You get too dark. If purple gets darker, it becomes brown, right? Like
yeah.
So it's messed up. Anyways, okay. So go ahead, Clobby.
I was gonna say he's got eyes that change stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. So okay, I was an alchemist on the planet Venus, seeking to discover a ray which could change objects' atomic structure. I love this origin. When one day it works, I transformed a flower into a jewel by altering its molecular structure. It's like, okay, cool.
This comes in handy when you're out drinking and you don't like the beer. I can change it to champagne. Woo.
So, hey, Phantom Outsider. Okay, so what will the ray do to me? So what the hell happened here? I got dizzy and stumbled into this thing. It's like
he just walked into it, and then instead of transmuting him, it just gives him the powers.
So but this next thing is literally my favorite thing in everything we've read so far. It's like, but when I told the Venus, the starting is, we Venusians consider transmutation evil. It's like, what?
Off this world and never come back. You guy who accidentally got transmutation powers. We hate you now.
Of all the things you made a law about, did you sit around like on the odd chance someone gets transmutation powers?
It's in the Constitution.
But now, hold on. Doesn't he know this? It's like I'm making a machine that directly violates one of our laws. It's like. Right. It's like I'm going to create a kidnapping machine. And then, guys, I now created a kidnapping machine. Well, that's a federal offense, you dumbass. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Like,
didn't you see that thing in the Constitution that says no getting bitten by radioactive spiders and getting spider powers? Are you going to, that's illegal.
Yeah, no.
You better not have cosmic rays imbue you with superpowers.
Yeah.
You better not become a transmuter when you.
Oh, no. Oh, they're transphobes.
Muties? I guess they're like muties. How good Earth scorn me will they? I'll show them someday.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I'll just go to Earth. Like, okay, well, how do you know it's okay on Earth? Like, you don't know that.
Areas with 20th century, 21st century, and embittered, I joined the Legion of Superheroes on Earth in the 21st century. How I got there, I don't know, because we're supposed to be in the 30th, but I didn't write this.
Right. Do you think? No. There's no way around it. It's just a mistake.
But he doesn't. Yeah. Oh, well, I was gonna say he doesn't really do anything evil. Like there's nothing really villainous going on here.
So So that's like you're living on a planet that that thinks amputees are evil, and I'm building I'm building a building, and something falls on my arm and gets crushed, and I lose my arm, and then they're like, "Oh, we think you're evil now. Get out of here." You're like, "Dude, like I didn't do anything." Like I'm not seeing him as a villain. I'm like, Venus sucks. It's like
no, Lightning Lord is more to the point. We'll get to him, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now this is the weirdest ass thing of all time. Okay, so he's the brother of Lightning Man, which would have been Lightning Lad, formerly Lightning Lad, who belongs to the Legion. One day on the planet Korbal, as my brother and I were explored.
I explored
some woods. Okay, there you go.
Young, and our hearts were open books.
Yeah. Look, it's a lightning monster. Okay, there's a lightning monster.
Yes, he looks like just a monster. Oh yeah,
he looks awesome, by the way. But anyway,
yes,
he looks like a Gamera villain or something.
He does look like a Gamera villain, yes, and specifically Gamera, because Gamera always fought.
That's why it's like Gamera, not Godzilla, because he looks.
Because Godzilla monsters. Yeah, Godzilla monsters had some sense.
He's a dying character. Yeah.
Yes. Note that they're twins right here, just for future reference.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Die? Yes, I died, dummy. No. What do you think, genius? That's why Superman always kicked your ass. You didn't die. No, I didn't die.
So it transferred some of its lightning power. So I mean, wouldn't there be a ton of these lightning people? Because this thing is attacking a lot of people. Like, wouldn't everyone have lightning powers?
I'll use my power, my super lightning, to help others. I'll use my power to commit crimes.
I love it. Yeah, no, Lightning Lord is the best,
man. Yeah.
The Lightning Lord's like, yeah, I'm just gonna commit crimes. Like
he made a decision. He stuck with it, man.
He stuck with it.
He committed.
Yeah. Cosmic King. That he got all bitter. Oh, I'm leaving. He whined and everything.
Yeah,
Lightning Lord
super villains. Like, isn't that extreme? Like, why would you do that?
Yes, I like how he said, "I'm embittered. I'm going to join the Legion of Supervillains."
Yeah, it's like that's it. I love that it's like this one. Like he shot this woman and stole her thing. This is brutal.
Yeah.
What did he do? He shocked her and stole her necklace.
She's probably dead.
She's.
Yeah. And then I got old for some reason.
Now I'm old now. Yeah.
I got really white hair when my brother looks, like just a few years older.
Fantastic. Yeah.
My family came.
That's what evil does.
Brother joined the Legion of Superheroes. After pulling several crimes, I joined this Legion, which was there was an ad. I said, "Hey, brother, let's go." And he says, "Nah, let's go be superheroes." Nah, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning villain, man. I don't know. The whole hero gig, dude. All right, well, you go your own way, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so I am Saturn Queen. Now I'm Saturn Queen, and I'm not going to have much to tell you because my panel's got off. She did not get the lion's share of this.
No, where's her little flashback thing, man?
Well, it comes into play later, I suppose. In a weird way, but
yes, that's true.
Saturn. I thought she was from the planet Uranus and didn't like that, so called herself Saturn Queen. I'm from the planet Saturn. Yeah, I got that.
Fanty's right, by the way. That was retconned later, Fanty, with the whole twin phobic thing on Gwyneth. Yeah, where it turned out that it was Garth and Ayla are the twins, and not they just kind of just said, "What the hell? No one will care. We'll just change it." Boom. So
I do like that idea though, that makes him an outcast. That gives him kind of yeah. So that
it works.
Yeah, it's better. It's definitely better. I'm from the planet Saturn, where there has been no crime. Nice. For centuries. Wow. Where everyone can perform amazing mental feats. One day I traveled to Earth and felt a sudden desire to outwit the law with my powers of super hypnotism. Now that's going to come into play later. But Saturn Girl doesn't have this
the same problem,
this handicap or whatever.
No.
Right? So anyways, we'll get to it. So I joined the Legion of Superheroes. Nice. Okay. And he's like, fine. You can't imagine how grateful I am to the Legion for saving me. Though we admire you, Luthor, we have a stronger motive in helping you. It's like, yeah, we're selfish, remember?
Yeah.
We're villains.
Yeah, we're villains.
That's our name.
So we know you're Superman's greatest foe, so they basically want his help or whatever.
No, but they admit too, it's like we're from the future era, where we come from has limited knowledge of the past for some reason. So because most of our historical records were destroyed in an atomic war, which we won't tell you the date of, but it's coming.
It's coming. Just trust us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that explains why. Like, I mean, when they think, Luthor's in a jail cell, he can't be that great of a villain. Like, he was captured at some point. Anyway.
He's the greatest villain. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Legion is making it super difficult. No, it's very, very difficult for us to pull crimes in our own era. So I don't understand if they're still trying to say. No, they're still trying to say they're from the 30th. They came to the 21st.
I don't know why.
I don't know what's going on. I'm completely confused.
They ignore it later. I mean, there's even a note in one of the database things that said they just forgot about it.
This is funny. Yeah, we're from the future, but we don't know if you've ever won. So our hero, yay! It's like,
Don't worry, Lex. You're the man, Lex.
All right, so they know about Superman joining the club when he was young, right? So if we destroy Superman, we'll humiliate the Legion.
This is my favorite part coming up.
What, him picking up the next day as Superman? Okay.
Freaking Orphan City sounds like the worst travesty waiting to happen. I swear, like, who's the staff at this thing? Like, who governs it? Like, what is, like, are you going to bus in orphans from around the world? Like, what is Orphan City?
Oh, dude, yeah. Have you seen the two Boys Town?
Orphan City.
I know Boys Town, yeah.
Yeah, those are great films with Spencer Tracy. We just watched Boys Town, Men of Boys Town, which is the sequel. We have both of them on DVD. We just watched the second one a month ago. We love Spencer Tracy. He's great. And I liked what's his face in it too, the young guy, which is
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney, geez, yeah, I like Mickey Rooney in it.
Yeah, Mickey Rooney.
Especially in part 2. He was pretty solid in part 2. Anyways, I like this Boys Town or Orphan City or whatever they're called.
Orphan City.
I like how there's like, what is this, a mosque or something? Like he's bringing down a mosque.
There's a castle next to a mosque.
Superman's like 90 feet tall or something. I don't know.
The Parthenon or something like, yeah.
Yeah, why is he so tall? This is terrible. Look at put your
small castle.
Put your thumb and forefinger to how big he is, and look at the door. It's like he can't.
Also, it's probably a bouncy mosque. I don't know.
Oh my god! Here's the last building donated by many nations. All right, thanks. How wonderful! Woo! And then it's destroyed.
It's destroyed in 1 second.
Oops. What a shame.
It's like a trophy in wrestling. It's like, it's going to get smashed. it's like
oh, God.
Yeah. Superman, man. Like, dude. Lightning Lord, man. What a bastard.
You're a jerk.
You know what these other guys, man. Lightning Lord's the best. Like,
you know what? And he waited. Did you see him? He waited till he put that last thing down. He could have come earlier and destroyed it, but no, he waited for Superman to put the very last building.
My lightning bolts will destroy your precious city. Great Spider-Man, man with lightning pad. And he goes, why didn't he go whip his ass?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Go keep the shit out of this guy.
Or I'll increase the mileage voltage, increase the mile voltage, and electrocute everyone in the bus. And no choice but to. Well, he was threatening people, but
Right, he's threatening people. That's fine. Now I don't understand what's going on here.
The next day, he's throwing a glider
because he's apparently not fast enough to stop the guys to move fast enough to take them away from there. So people will keep these toy plastic gliders for years and happy remembrance of today.
But the thing is that, like, I guess he lost that fight, but then what happened after that? Like, did everyone die? And then the next day, as if nothing happened, he's at another event throwing gliders at kids. Like,
normally I really like the cartooning, but this is a bit of a fail. I need to know what happened in between these two panels.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, I'm all for, listen, I don't need to see every damn thing that happens, but I definitely need to see what happens. Yeah. This is outrageous. And he's like throwing airplanes. Like, okay, I know Orphan City was fucking destroyed, but here's these airplanes.
Oh my God.
Superman, help me out, buddy. This is not the Christopher Reeve Superman. I feel that he would have done more here. I don't know.
Yeah, try to fight them beyond the bus or something. But anyway, so this guy comes and makes all the gliders in the gold. Yeah.
So this is even right. This is great. This guy's a hero. This guy just. I'm thinking and then it's like oh no, he's gonna cause a riot. Well, good because these other airplanes weren't gonna do anything. It's like now they're gold. Wouldn't you turn them into dust to make them sad? Or I don't know. You turn them into gold to cause a riot, I guess.
He's causing a riot. Yeah.
Created kryptonite.
Oh my God! All right. And
the kryptonite statue is awesome too, man.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So he created a kryptonite statue. That was brilliant.
It's still not that villainous. Well, the kryptonite statue, I guess, but
they could have finished him right there, but
but no. Okay, so these guys are like, whoa, Superman needs help. Come on, that's cool. So then he streaks off. I like that. People were helping him.
Yeah,
sure.
So that's cool. So he's carried a safe distance away.
By the way, they left. What were they doing?
I don't understand why they just didn't kill him here.
They got the power, but I don't know.
It's like you weakened
and they
them.
waited a day. Let's go, you guys. Look, we've knocked Superman out. Let's go grab some grub.
Yeah, it's Whopper Wednesday or something. It's like, do you guys have Whopper Wednesday?
I don't know.
Oh, Whopper Wednesday is where it's really cheap. It's like
the Whopper, yeah.
I don't think we do.
But it's like 50% off.
Been there in ages.
Oh man, I love Burger King.
All
right. Okay. Burger King is 1 minute from where I work, so that's why I go there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so next day. Wow. So this monster, this is awesome too. Holy shit, this monster is attacking. And we know what's happening there because someone's controlling it.
Yeah.
But
captured Lois.
It's captured Lois. Lois has never. Is this the first time Lois has ever been captured?
Yes, this is the first in the database. First appearance of Lois being captured. Anyway. Hi there, Superman.
So hold on. Well, again, this is crazy. Presently, in another solar system, whoa.
Yeah.
Now it's disappearing with Lois, and she's laughing. Wait, what's going on? It's illusions. At least he figured out they're illusions.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late.
That's something, at least.
Abruptly, Superman finds himself prisoner within a deadly force screen. Hey, how did we know this was going to happen? Because they showed it on the cover.
I'm impressed that it is the cover. Usually that doesn't happen.
Oh, they didn't lie? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it's almost exactly the cover, complete with the life-death
voting
lights
screen.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. And in case we don't know who they are, they want to let Superman know who they are. They have their little name tags. It's like, hi, can I talk to Cosmic King? Do you see him sitting there? He's on a lunch break.
Why do they need to vote, by the way?
Yeah, that's the vote for
it. Unionymous? I mean, what's the vote about?
Yeah, what if she voted to keep him?
What if she said, I think he's cute. I vote life. Well, they just not put up with that, would they? Anyway.
Yeah, so, and are they ever gonna vote life for anyone? Like, why even have that option for anybody else? Like, are they ever gonna?
It's not like the other one served the purpose of can they get in? Are they in or out of the Legion? This is
right.
We like to put people. Oh, it's just a hobby. We every night on Saturday night we get together, have a few laughs, a few beers. Then we put people on trial when we're gonna kill them or not and vote. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's like maybe we'll kill him. Yeah, screw it. Well, this is punishment for all of Superman's brave and worthy deeds. I'm doomed.
Wow,
Luther,
punishment.
So you're behind this.
Luther, you're poisonous snake.
Yes.
Yeah. You
poisonous.
Too late, Luther.
Too late. That's my favorite scene in all of film. I don't care. It's just the best.
I traumatized myself Saturday by sitting through Superman 3 and 4 in the same day. So.
I love Superman 3. I guess you won't be joining us for the Superman 3 celebration stream.
Oh, well. I don't blame you for not having me for that one. Oh, no. I behaved myself. Tom had me on the other day, and that's their show where they talk of B-movie, A-movies. In other words,
I saw
they like.
Yeah.
Right, but I didn't know this. I don't know if you knew, but they just asked me. He out of the blue, he said, I think you wanted to talk about Superman 3, but come on. It's when they don't. It's not when they criticize something and hate it. It's that you like a movie that most people kind of dog out a little bit, but I didn't know that, so I had to behave. They didn't have to. He said, "No, be honest." I said, "No, dude." I said, "No, but yeah, I'll say nice things about it." Superman 4, that would be a stretch. Superman 3, there's some fun bits,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm having a party at my place for Superman 3. The guys are coming over. We're gonna watch. I just got it on 4K. I got the 4K pack. Fun. And I've got a whole bunch of games. I found all of the games from the Shreddies boxes and I replicated them all. I got all the games from the Shreddies boxes and I got the lobby cards and everything. So it's going to be.
I'll bring my complete sets of the cards. Like I have them in a binder.
That sounds fun.
Watch them, and I have Superman 3 in there as well, so you can all take a look at them. Man. I'll bring it, man. I'll bring the case too. You could take a look at that as well.
Yeah, and I've got the poster. I got Superman 3 poster, so I'll put that in the room too.
Yeah,
so. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
All right. So Luther, you're behind this too. For years, you've thwarted my schemes. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. So, anyways, he's captured, but is he? But then, courage, Superman. We trailed the supervillains here from the future. Mm. So, they're coming back, right? Like, okay,
as adults
now. Now, are they still Legion? Can you still be a Legionnaire if you're an adult? This is what I did.
Well, you couldn't before. Yeah.
Well, they always recommend. Yeah, you couldn't before. Now they always, when they grew up, they just, it's a toughie. But they've had stories like that before. Yeah, they're still the Legion.
So Legion superheroes, they were teenagers the last time I saw them. They've grown up to adults now. Right. And now it's the counterparts to the obviously, like we knew that was going to be the counterparts. Yeah. So Lightning Man, Lightning Lord, they're throwing electric bolts at each other. Now Cosmic King and Cosmic Boy
they're not related. No,
they're not really but even their powers aren't really the same, right? So
no, not at all. Cosmic Boy's from Brawl. I don't know if he's still using his eyeballs at this point.
It looks like it,
but he's from a planet called Brawl, and it's magnetism. Rock Grin uses magnetism.
Yeah, so he's like, I'll use my magnetic power to knock out Cosmic King with a metal object, but then as he throws it, he changes it into face with his transmutation. So, and then the two Saturn girls are having a little Jean Grey face off here. Jean Grey, Emma Frost face off.
Yeah. Yes, and the Saturn girl is now obviously either dyed her hair brunette as an adult, or I don't know, maybe so.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, someone else can talk. I'll move as you guys talk.
It's blonde in the reprint. So
really, could have just been a mistake. That's weird. But yeah, and this one is clearly not. And there's a jetpack. You don't get to see the jetpacks much in these issues, but there they are.
Okay.
So,
all right. So stop. Unless the heroes quit battle. This is so weird right now, God.
This is the weirdest thing. Look, I love Jerry Siegel unconditionally.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest.
Yeah. This is like the dumbest thing
I've ever read in my life. Bob Haney should have wrote this.
This is like approaching Bob Haney in the randomness of it. Stop. Unless the heroes quit battling the villains, I'll pull the switch and Superman will be quickly destroyed by increased kryptonite exposure. Okay, so that's fine.
Right. We want to kill Superman, but now, you know what? One of you Legionnaires who are not as important as Superman, would you like to volunteer to die in Superman's place? Why would Luthor ever say that? I was like, all he cares about is Superman. He doesn't give a shite about the Legion.
Yeah.
I remember when I was rereading this because it's been forever. I mean, I don't know what I thought when I first read these back in those digests or whatever. When I first saw these stories, I don't know what I thought. I was 18, 19, to whatever I was. I see this. Hey, Lord Doth, what's up? Long live the Legion, buddy. I read this when I went back to reread this a couple of weeks ago, and this again tonight. I was like, I can't even wrap my brain around it. Why would you ever have Luthor? This is Haney.
Yeah.
He just needed, and it gets worse. It gets more Haney after this. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I just don't. I know. I'm just like, why? You've got him. Like, this is really.
You got him.
You got him, and it's like, okay. So she's like, I'll take his place. Who cares? Like, it's like if you're a villain, you can kill Superman or Saturn Woman. Who do you want to kill? It's like Superman.
If your excuse was Saturn Girl is manipulating Luthor's mind, or something like that.
Yeah. But then couldn't she manipulate all their minds except for Saturn?
That's what I'm trying to think. There's got to be an excuse. Luthor is. Wow, man, you got me.
Yeah, so they draw straws for who's going to take his place. Like somebody went and got.
You guys aren't heroes.
Yeah, like somebody went and got a stick and broke up equal pieces, and like it's just so weird. While they stood there like, okay, let's see who draws the straw. So it's Saturn Woman, okay.
And then he likes Superman so much he trusts his word.
Right.
Superman. He says, I know he'll keep his word. I'll free him from the kryptonite power screen. So why do you give a crap about killing Saturn Girl? Who cares? You get to kill Superman. Everybody wants to kill, all of them wanted to kill Superman, but now they're like, you know what? As long as somebody dies in his place, fine. We'll leave him alive to bring us back to jail.
Right. So they're like, okay, so long, Superman. Like, I don't
understand it.
I mean, and then
Gary.
This here, he makes a shovel to this is Saturn. This is the rings of Saturn.
It looks like 2 scoops of raisins. Raisin bran.
By the way, rings around a planet. They're not on Saturn though. I mean, right?
Right.
Where are they, by the way? He went and got that from Saturn.
Yeah, they're on Earth.
But they're on Earth. So if you put asteroids in the rings around the Earth, it will have the same effect as if this woman is on Saturn. And she won't me to commit crimes.
Right. So he scoops the rings of Saturn. Now making a giant shovel, this is a Superboy thing. Superboy makes weird shit every 3 times an issue. He makes a weird thing. I should have started a notepad of weird, like he turned a train into a magnet, right? Like you're like, okay. He made a giant glass bottle to capture villains, and you're like, you made a glass, just wrap the rope around them. Like this is like, so he just scooped some rings, and now he puts them around Earth. Okay. And then seconds later, Superman returns. See Saturn Woman up there, a ring. Thanks, Superman. Reminds me of my homeworlds of Saturn. It's like, okay.
Why?
Like, sentimental. Yellow? Now, this is where this ends. So I'm gonna have to share this on a different screen. Mm-hmm. All right. So let me close it. Let me
that around yellow. That's yellow. What world is that? That's yellow.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. All right, so now let me share this on a different screen here.
It says
hey, Captain James T. Skywalker, how's it going?
Hey, Captain.
So let me share my screen with. I've got a. There you go. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
A little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can zoom it in.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So wait. With my
All right.
power, go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead, Clobberin.
No, I'll let you do it.
No, finish it off. Finish it off. You finish it off.
You sure? Because
Yeah, for sure.
So everyone, Superman's plan was that it was mentioned earlier that on Saturn, because there are rings around it, apparently people don't want to commit crimes, or they're not. In other words, rings of meteors around the planet make people behave themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And Saturn Queen never wanted to do anything bad until she decided to go visit Earth. She goes to Earth and finds her naughty side and joins the Legion of Supervillains. And Superman didn't break his word in trying to stop Luthor. All he did was, let me perform one feat that Luthor lets him do because he's Looney Tunes. And he goes and he circles the Earth with a bunch of asteroids.
Yeah.
Putting Saturn Queen back into her, for some reason, because there are asteroids circling the Earth, she now is no longer bad. Is basically Bob Haney went back into Bob Haney was around, but maybe Jerry said, "Look, dude, I'm kind of busy, man. Could you come down this? We'll take the credit. If you write this in for me, I'll catch you on the later. If you I'll take the credit. Let me pay for it, and we'll slip you some bucks. Sure, Jerry, you created Superman. At least I could do." So he, I guess that's what happened. And Bob Haney came with this idea, and it's like, well, so in summing up, I would just say this: if you don't want to have villains on your planet, surround it with asteroids and rings. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Right. So I think Fanti is saying that I think I missed, or like they went somewhere else, so they're not really on Earth. They're on some other planetoid or something.
Okay, planetoid, fair enough. But
still, if Saturn Queen leaves that planetoid, she'll be a villain again.
So don't let people from Saturn go anywhere else in the universe.
Yeah,
Right.
so they're in another solar system. That's what it said when the monster went and Superman followed it.
Right.
It said in another solar system. So I don't know where they are.
Right. So that was that yellow planet or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's still messed up because she can't leave that planet or she'll be a bad guy.
Right. Don't let people from Saturn go. Well, wait a minute. How come Saturn Girl doesn't want to be a villain?
Right. She doesn't have that like that, that I was going to say.
She goes all over the place. She lives on Earth.
Yeah.
Bob?
No.
Bob? Dude, we know it was you, Bob.
Yeah, we know.
Jerry's been framed.
Yeah. So, okay, but anyways.
Jerry went to Earth B and they used Kryptonite B on him. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, okay, but that doesn't matter. The other guys are still here. Like, I don't get it. Okay, so I saved her. Who cares? They still want to kill you. Like, this isn't over. Like, it's like they all just gave up. Like, well, I'm glad for now I'll use my powers for good. So what? She made them all be good guys now? Like, why didn't Saturn Girl do that?
I don't know. You got to be from
This
Saturn.
This is so random. They just gave up. They're like, oh shit, he saved her. I'm like, okay, well, kill him. Like, attack. Like, you can't. Like, where's that kryptonite ray you had? Oh man, this was like, we're running out of pages. Let's just get this done here. And then he's back with his same thing. It's like, to go back, Luthor builds another device. So I do like that he goes back and just retries to build another one.
Yeah.
Lightning Man replying, "Don't waste your time on any more appeals to Legion of Supervillains, Luthor. Its members are jailed too, like you. Ha! His members are jailed too. Ah." It's like, okay. Well, try calling 2 weeks before they're jailed. Like, try calling before that.
Yeah.
Like, how are you calling the next
it's
day?
Not linear. It's
not linear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on any more appeals of Legion of Superheroes, Luthor. its members are jailed to you. Life plus 25, Luther.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. Well, there you go.
Man. I love you, Jerry. No matter what.
Yep.
I hadn't, when I was younger, I hadn't realized how long Jerry Siegel, and I don't know how long Joe Shuster worked for DC.
Me neither.
Like beyond, because I just thought like they created Superman in the heyday, they wrote all the stuff, and then just kind of got taken over. But like no, he was with it for a while, and like I don't know how much he was ripped off, but oh my God,
Yeah, he worked for DC a long time. He even worked for Marvel a little bit here and there in the.
But that's through the
60s,
TV
70s.
series and the cartoon series, and he's still working there, and he's probably not getting anything for those things, Oh
no, he wasn't. It wasn't until Neil Adams got him some shame money in the 70s,
right?
About 20 grand or something.
Oh yeah, Neil Adams really stuck up for them, but yeah.
But Jerry got a little bit of work here and there in the 60s at Marvel, even some of the early 70s before he stopped writing comics. And Joe, I don't even remember when he went out, but it was sooner, I think. He didn't last sooner.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they created Superman and then it was like, see ya. That was my impression.
Well, it's the work for hire, it's the work for hire mentality. And
Right.
and the whole stupid like the company is the author, which lots of people get like ripped off from. So yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what next week, next Monday, we're going to be doing. Oh, let's take a look at our poll too. Sorry, we have 10 votes. So 80%. So 8 people voted for Saturn Girl, and 2 people voted for Triplicate Girl. Phantom Girl got 0 votes.
No, yeah. Well, no, I love Triplicate Girl. I love Phantom Girl too. So sorry that Tina did not get any votes. But
I like Phantom Girl. I think I like Phantom Girl better than Triplicate Girl.
I could probably say I do too, maybe. But of course, I love Saturn Girl. She's one of the founders,
Yeah, Saturn Girl's awesome. All right, so let's take a look. So next week we're going to be doing Superboy 89. So that's the first Mon-El, and there was a little bit of confusion with our list. We all had different lists that we were working off of, and the Legion are not in it. Technically, it's just Mon-El, but we're going to look at it anyways because Mon-El is a Legionnaire, and that's how most people think of him. So we're going to look at that anyways, but we're still going to do our 2. So we might go a little faster next week because we're approaching the 2-hour mark. So we might go a little faster, but we are still going to do Adventure Comics 290 and 293. So it'll be Superboy 89, Adventure 290, 293.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Absolutely. Can't wait.
So, and then Clobby, you're live in about an hour and a bit, right?
Yeah, a little over an hour. And, that's got Mr. Sandberg from the comic Jupiter, Mr. Sandberg again. And then a week from tonight at 9 p.m., I'll have the great Gary Beekler of Nerdrotic on.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, interviewing Gary.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, cool. So that's a big couple of big ones coming up. All right, so Sean and what's the last? You've been posting some of the stuff that you got at some of the shows, right?
Yeah, I have to work back on what I've got with the newspaper strips. I did 1932 for Tarzan, like everything I have, and the back pages. So that's still up. That's the last video up on there, and I haven't been updating in a bit, but I hope to in the coming week. So. Yeah,
we've got.
But definitely check out that Tarzan one, man. It's awesome.
No, it's crazy.
Nice.
The link to Sean's channel is in this video's description, and all my others as well as Clobby's. Everyone here is from Clobberin Time, so we know I think everyone here is on Sean's has subscribed to Sean as well.
Yeah.
You can put your link in there if you want to put it in the chat, Sean. But I've got it right.
I'm not on the channel right now, so
I've got it. I have a notepad with like everything like ready to go.
Thanks, man.
That's easy.
Yeah,
that's the easy thing. So what was I going to say? So Sean and I are going to a pulp show in 2 weeks or something. 2 weeks. So we maybe we'll have some good stuff to show you from that. And then 2 weeks after that is another comic show, and this is a big one. This is the Toronto Comic Book Show, and we get a lot of good stuff there. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to those two shows. And if those guys might be back with the newspaper, man, I'm so close to getting some of the newspaper strips myself, but I just don't know what I'm gonna like. I can't
put it. Yeah,
I don't know where to put it. I don't have a house. Sean has a house. I have a condo, so I can't fit too many more things or whatever. I had to start selling. I have to like the guys do like Steve. Steve has like a minimum thing, and as he sells, like he'll replace it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you get rid of a couple things and then fill that gap so it never exceeds his
space.
His 7 shelves or whatever he has. I'm thinking of getting rid of some of the modern comics I have and just selling those off, and then replacing those. So, and I've been doing my Superboy, reading through Superboy, and I've been collecting the Superboy, so I've been showing that off. So I probably won't. I was thinking about doing one right now, but I think maybe I'll take a break and do one later on. So this Thursday, Steve and I are going to do the wrestling stream, and then Friday we're going to be doing the Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Just talk about it. We know it's not going to be great, but maybe there's some hope. I don't know. There could be some hope. Some of the designs don't look so bad. Some of them are awful. So we're going to break it down, though. We've got special guests, too. So, all right, guys. I think that's it. Thanks to everybody in the chat for joining us. We'll see you next week, this same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the next for episode 5 of Legion of Superheroes. Until next time.
Indeed.
See you.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.